Hey guys, how's it going today? Estee McCrawly comes to you with another video. Today, it's my first Wi-Fi battle, and I'm pretty excited about this. It's taken me about 1,500 eggs to hatch out this team, and as you see, I got Rotom Wash, Ferrothorn, Togekiss, Hydreigon, Blaziken, and Gengar. And I'm not going to reveal too much about my team, so that in case I battle you guys won't have a big advantage. But it's a team I built. It's pretty good. I've only lost once so far in about 20 battles, and it's only because of a misplay on my part. So I've really been enjoying this team. And I will tell you, my Blaziken and my Gengar are both holding the Mega Evolution Stones. I like having the options of going into either one for the Mega Evolution. This is against my friend Uriel, and you'll see we're gonna start off now. And I figured looking at his team, I figured he'd lead with his Talonflame, so I went out with my Rotom Wash. Rotom Wash is, in my opinion, is like the perfect counter to Talonflame. Resists both of its stabs, and you see he barely survives the Volt Switch. And right now my Rotom Wash is timid, and if he was modest, he would have taken him out there. So that's something I'm working on now. And I Volt Switch in the Gengar. This was a pretty dumb choice. There was no reason to do it. It was a misplay on my part. And I was going to go with the Shadow Ball to finish it off, but he switches and it was Crocodile, and I always say Crocodile. I go for the Mega Evolution of the Gengar right now, just for the speed boost, because the speed, when you Mega Evolve, doesn't take into account your new speed the turn you Mega Evolve, so I go for the Shadow Ball, which he resists, but I get the Special Defense drop, and I'm getting out of there. I figured he'd have a Dark type move, so I go into my Ferrothorn, defensive, and he goes for the Foul Play. Does a decent amount of damage. See, it does 51, but he gets hurt by my Iron Barbs, and I'm gonna restore a little bit of health with the leftovers. And so I got the I'm gonna go for the Power Whip here, but he switches out and it was Mewtwo, which is it's not too big of a threat to me in this battle, at least. I go for the Stealth Rock actually, so that when he sends in his Talonflame, it'll finish it off, and as well to get my entry hazards in. And right now I'm thinking he's gonna go for his Focus Blast, so I'm switching out. I go into my Gengar, since he wouldn't be affected by it, but he must have predicted my switch because he goes straight for the Thunderbolt, takes out my Mega Gengar, and there goes him. So now I go into my Rotom because I was gonna trick onto him my Choice Scarf, but it failed. I didn't think he had the Mega Evolution Stone because he didn't Mega Evolve yet, so that was a waste right there. And so now, since I'm Scarfed, I switch out. I go back to my Ferrothorn. Figure he's going to go for the Thunderbolt, but he goes up for the Psychic, which isn't very effective, and I restore a little bit with my leftovers. At this point, I didn't think he had, especially now that he switches, I didn't think he had the Focus Blast, so I was like, okay, that's good. So now he goes into his Blastoise. He must have, I don't know if he predicted my Gyro Ball or what, but it's a pretty good switch if he did. But I don't know why he would have switched. So I go for the Gyro Ball. Does a little bit, not too much damage. So now we're going to see his Mega Evolution. He goes into his Mega Blastoise. And me, I'm going with my Power Whip for the stab. Super effective. Pretty powerful move. So he goes into his Blastoise and he goes with the Ice Beam for neutral damage. He might have predicted a switch as well, but that's probably his best coverage even for Ferrothorn. Now I go in my Power Whip and you see it just destroys this Blastoise. Got pretty decent defense. So now to get a little bit health back with my leftovers, and now he goes back into his Mewtwo, and I'm like, okay, well he doesn't have the Focus Blast, so I'm good staying in here. But now not the Focus Blast, the Aura Sphere, and now he goes into the Aura Sphere. So I was surprised he didn't use it sooner, but I survive, and I go with my Gyro Ball, my most powerful move. It's probably getting 240 base damage. So I restore a little bit with the leftovers, and I figure I'm just going to stay in and let my Ferrothorn die. And he goes with the Psychic, so he must have predicted a switch, which actually turns out backfiring on him because it doesn't take out my Ferrothorn. So now I get to finish off his Mewtwo with my Gyro Ball. So that's out of the way. He over-predicted. He predicted earlier, which helped him, but this time it hurt him. So evened out in the end. So now he's going out into his Talonflame, which is just gonna go bye-bye from the Stealth Rocks. I would never run something like a Talonflame or a Charizard or a Volcarona, something that's 4 times weak to Stealth Rocks without a Rapid Spinner. But that's just me, though. I suggest you guys do the same. For me, the only Pokemon that I have that's weak to Stealth Rocks is my Togekiss, and that's only 4 times weak. But now he's got his Crocodile out again. He goes for the Outrage, which I found interesting. He didn't take me out. The foul play last time did like 50 damage. It would have taken me out this time. So I didn't know why he didn't go for the foul play. I probably thought the Outrage would do more, but I finish him off with the Stab, Power Whip. Gyro Ball probably would have taken him out as well, but barely hanging on. That's where all that EV and IV training comes in. Got maxed defensive IVs. So now is a Zapdos. This is probably the toughest Pokemon that I had to take out. He goes for the Thunderbolt. Finally takes out my Ferrothorn. And now I'm going to go into my Rotom Wash because I'm Scarf, so I can outspeed him. I was going to go for the Volt Switch, see what I could do damage-wise to him. You see it does about a quarter. He lost a quarter from Stealth Rocks, and that does another quarter. It takes him a little bit below half. So I Volt Switched my Hydreigon because I figure he's going to go for the Thunderbolt. And since my Hydreigon's Dragon, he'll resist the Thunderbolt. And he does go for the Thunderbolt. I go for the Draco Meteor, but it misses, which is unfortunate. He goes for the Fly. He must have thought that he could outspeed me and try to miss my Draco Meteor, but I'm just going to switch out back into my Rotom, who's going to resist the Fly. And then I'll just Volt Switch again, get a little bit of damage. So, good old Rotom. So here's the Volt Switch again. But yeah, if he was modest, both of those Volt Switches probably would have... It would have only taken 2 Volt Switches to take him out, I'm sure, so I'm definitely going for a modest Rotom Wash now. And here he goes for the Discharge. I don't know why he went Discharge. He might have wanted to go for the Hacks. He got the Paralyze, which doesn't end up being a big deal in the end. He goes for a Thunderbolt now, and the Paralyze doesn't affect me, so I finish him off with the Dark Pulse. And then that was probably the most difficult Pokemon for me to take out, was that Zapdos. Now he goes into his last Pokemon as Venusaur, and I got Flamethrower for him. So let's see. Oh, I'm paralyzed. So he goes for the Petal Dance, which doesn't do very much, which tells me he doesn't have much to do against my Hydreigon. I go for the Flamethrower. Doesn't take him out, but I do get the burn, which doesn't really matter considering I still had my Blaziken, my Rotom, my Togekiss, tons of Pokemon. Just made the battle 1 turn shorter. So let me know what you guys think of my team with the video, if you want me to do more. And also let me know if you want to battle me, challenge me, and see you guys next time.